The Bible provides guidance on how husbands should treat their wives. Here are some principles that can be found in the Bible. Love and cherish. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 25 states, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." This verse emphasizes sacrificial love, where husbands are called to love their wives selflessly and unconditionally. Respect and honor. 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7 advises, "Husbands, in the same way be considerate as you live with your wives and treat them with respect as the weaker partner and as heirs with you of the gracious gift of life, so that nothing will hinder your prayers." Husbands are encouraged to treat their wives with honor, considering their needs and treating them with dignity. Faithfulness. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 4 declares, "Marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure, for God will judge the adulterer and all the sexually immoral." Husbands are called to be faithful to their wives, both emotionally and physically, and to prioritize the sanctity of their marriage. Communication and unity. Ephesians chapter 4 verses 26 to 27 advises, "In your anger do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, and do not give the devil a foothold." It's important for husbands to maintain open and honest communication, resolving conflicts promptly and striving for unity in the relationship. Leadership and servanthood. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 23 states, "For the husband is the head of the wife as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the Savior." While this verse speaks of the husband's role as the head, it should be understood in the context of servant leadership. Husbands should lead their families with humility, considering the needs and well-being of their wives and children. Provision and protection. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8 states, "But if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever." Husbands are responsible for providing for the needs of their wives and families, both materially and emotionally. They are also called to protect and care for their wives. Forgiveness and grace. Colossians chapter 3 verse 13 encourages, "Bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you." Husbands should demonstrate forgiveness and extend grace to their wives, just as God forgives and extends grace to all. Remember, these principles provide a general framework for treating your wife according to biblical teachings. It is also essential to study the Bible in its entirety and seek a deeper understanding of God's love, grace, and wisdom to apply these principles in your marriage.